Libra, how are you tonight? We're going to use the Ideal Soulmate Tarot this time. My name is Cheryl Lynn, and I'm here to do your weekly reading. This one's going to be for April 28th, which I do believe is tomorrow. I hope so, Monday. Through what I'm expecting is May 1st. Should be Thursday, okay? I'll be back on Wednesday with bonus readings, and I will get you through your weekend then. What else? That's pretty much it, you guys. We're going to pull cards and see what kind of energy we got coming towards you this week, okay? Maybe give you some sort of a heads up so it'll be easier to navigate your way through the chaos, right? Okay, let's see. This one's going to be for my Libras, and Libras. Okay. Alrighty, folks. Okay, let's see what we got. We're going to start with the King of Wands. Alrighty. Knight of Cups. And then the Death card. So this is your recent past or your backstory coming into this reading. Currently, I have you with the Queen of Swords. Seems like there's a lot of players here. No, I'm kidding. The Judgment card, I'm just speaking out loud. There we go. And the King of Cups. Okay. In the near future, we're looking at the Seven of Swords. Oh, the Eight of Swords. I'm sorry. New deck. King of Swords. And the Knight of Wands. There are a lot of players on the board here, okay? The card at the bottom of the deck, so the undercurrent for this reading is the Ace of Wands. So to me, that means something about a new ideas, a new perception, a new direction, a new way of looking at something, okay, is what I feel like has come to pass here. That's how I feel about it. We'll see how it plays in. The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction, it plays into the equation, kind of like the center spot in tic-tac-toe, is Judgment. So, I'm not sure if you're being judged or if you're judging somebody and calling judgment on them, but either way, both of them are somewhat associated with them. A downturn or a little bit of trauma, right? So let's see how they play in. Okay, we're going to start from the beginning, which for me is the past, so let's see what we got here. King of Wands, Knight of Cups, Death card. Okay, so this part seems fairly cut and dry to me, so I don't feel that you are presenting here as the King of Wands. I really believe you're coming through here as the Queen of Swords. So male or female, it's just an energy, you know what I'm saying? But right this second, it would appear to me that you're coming through in this reading as the Queen of Swords, so you're in your feminine. This person that you are dealing with or were dealing with in the recent past, definitely coming through as the King of Wands. Really charismatic, natural-born leader, life of the party, up for adventure. Almost impossible to tie down, I swear. Just really, really difficult to get tied down and to help to find a sense of monogamy usually. I mean, that's what my experience has been with the King of Wands. But it looks like you fell for a King of Wands. And he was a smooth talker. That's what I'm seeing right here. At any rate, the way that whole thing played out obviously was not exactly as you had anticipated or hoped for, I feel like. I don't feel like you're with this person right now. If you're together, I don't feel like it's close. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a lot of animosity right this minute over whatever transpired in the recent past. However, it was a catalyst to your transformation. It was what led you into a transformation that was necessary, it looks like, okay? As painful as that might seem, or as unfortunate as that might be. Okay, that it took that to get you into this transformation. At any rate, we couldn't change these three cards if we wanted to, okay? Because it's already happened. So all we can do is move forward, right? The issue here is however this played out is what's affecting the rest of the reading. So that's why I get the backstory, okay? In this case, the Ace of Wands right here probably has more to do with frustration and anger, I would expect, okay? Okay, so where are we at currently? Currently, I've got the Queen of Swords, which I believe is you, Judgment, and the King of Cups. Okay, so you're coming through as the Queen of Swords. You are basically tired of the bullshit, period. Just you've had enough, okay? You've had enough of people deceiving you or telling you half-truths or whatever it is, trying to protect you, all that. You're just done. Enough, okay? The whole story is that you've got your sword drawn and you're asking somebody to tell you the truth. And you already know the truth intuitively. You just want to hear it from them. And when they lie, because they always lie, then you just cut their head off with the sword. But we're not going to do that. You know, that's all a metaphor. But anyways, That's about where you're at, though. You're wound tight right this second, okay? You've just had your limit. It's just been a lot of it, okay? You're calling judgment on a situation that kept you in emotional turmoil. Turmoil can be because there's fighting, right? But turmoil, emotional turmoil, or like emotional chaos, it can be because there's no certainty. You know, if you're totally uncertain all the time and you can't find solid ground to stand on when it comes to your emotions or the emotional situation you're in time it causes total chaos. I mean, there's just it's like a helium balloon blowing away, you know what I'm saying, up into the sky, and it just has nothing to hold on to. It's just gone, you know what I'm saying? That's how it feels. So you're calling judgment on that situation because of the emotional chaos. I think you're just weary at this point. This person's been beyond hot and cold, in and out. This has been like, yeah, the stuff legends are made of, I guess you could say, it looks like. All right, let's keep moving. Here we go. So where are we going in the future? So in the future, I've got the Eight of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Well, the King of Swords is the divine match to the Queen of Swords. The Eight of Swords, you know, you're up in your head. I mean, you are an air sign, so that's not totally unexpected. It's probably not doing you a ton of good, but that's okay. It's easier to get out of your head. It's easier to say it than it is to do it, right? You don't understand why this didn't work. You're a great judge of character. You know what I'm saying? You picked this person or whatever. You felt like you ran him through the ringer as far as you made a decision that you based on fact, you felt like. And then it fell apart. So you're puzzled. Why? What happened? What went wrong? How did you misjudge this? It happens. I don't know what to say. I think they were a pretty good actor. And I think that the two of you were together long enough that there was an evolution to some extent. So that's when everybody changes some and grows some. Sometimes they don't grow together, you know. That's why you're up in your head. This King of Swords, I actually believe, is you transferring into your masculine. As this situation completely disperses, I feel like you have to step into your masculine to some extent. You have to be the king of your own kingdom, right? Pretty much. There you have it. With the Knight of Wands and the Ace of Wands over here, I guess this is more about frustration. I do feel like you've gained a new perspective, though. I feel like you are trying to see this from a very Libra-like, logical, fair way, you know. Yeah. The facts are just few and far between and hard to come by in this situation because this person's not... They don't lie. They just don't give you all the truth. That's what I feel like. Okay, I've got the Ace of Wands, then I've got Justice, and then the Page of Swords. I mean, they're still watching you. You're still looking for clarity. Justice is going to play out, obviously, but it doesn't make it hurt any less, and it doesn't make it any easier, right? It's one of those things where you just put one foot in front of the other. That's really all you can do. This was a hard-learned lesson, it looks like, but it was a catalyst to a transformation for you that it looks like was necessary too. So, you got to find the good parts where you can, right? Okay, I've got the, what are we doing here? Get the Five of Pentacles, the Magician. Give me one more card. What do we got? And the Ten of Pentacles. Right now, you are feeling left out in the cold to some extent. Partially, you're feeling left out, like, by yourself. I mean, like you left yourself out in the cold. You know what I'm saying? You can't understand how this happened. I feel like you're very, not in awe, but I mean, truly confused by how this came to be what it is right now. With the Magician, you're trying to manifest the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to get there. That was a given. I mean, you're going to get to your Ten of Pentacles. I don't believe that it's going to be with this person, at least not right now. But at any rate, you're far stronger than this situation. So it's not like it's going to do you in. It may feel like it right this second, but it's not. You've got more than enough strength to take care of this and move forward. It is unfortunate. I'm sorry that you went through this. I don't know. At any rate, no matter what the cards say, you just go out and you have the best week you possibly can. And I will be back on Wednesday with a bonus reading. Hopefully it'll be very cheery and upbeat. Okay. All right, y'all. Like I said, go out and make it the best week you possibly can, okay? All right. Thank you.